Hello guys, welcome to this session. As Angela mentioned, I am going to talk about how to automate the boring stuff with Power Platform. Okay. Well, one more time, hello and welcome to this session. Just a little reminder, in this session we do our best and support one another as we learn together. So, before I begin, I am going to present myself. I am Maritza, I am from Peru. I am 27 years old. I have experience working as a process analyst. In fact, I am currently working as a business process improvement analyst. But in my previous experience, I have been working with RPA technologies. RPA means robotic process automation. And it's kind of a platform, a local platform in which you can configure some bots, some bots that they can follow your instructions and they can do all the manual tasks that you do in your laptop, in your computer. Okay. And I also have experience in the programming domain. Okay. What else? I am skilled in Automation Anywhere. Automation Anywhere is the platform. It's a well-renowned platform. It's a robotic process automation platform I have mentioned before. I am also skilled in Power Platform, the tool that we are going to see in this session, and also in business analysis because, as I mentioned before, I am currently working as a process analyst. And here's the most important thing. My mission is to free people from non-creative work by automating manual and repetitive tasks. So if you have, if you have a manual task and you have any ideas to automate that, don't hesitate to contact me. Okay. What you will learn in this session? Well, we are going to talk about Power Platform. We will see what is Power Platform and what innovative solutions are included. Okay. We are going to see some use cases. We will explore these potential use cases in our daily life. And we will create a simple but useful and powerful workflow using Power Automate, which is one of the tools included in Power Platform. So let's begin. I'm going to talk about Power Platform. So what is Power Platform? Power Platform is a powerful set of applications. Okay, the Power Platform has 4 major components. It has a Power BI, that is a well-renowned tool that you can analyze data there. Also, the Power Platform has Power Apps, that is kind of application development tool. Okay, and also we have Power Automate, which is one of the tools that we are going to see today. And this tool allows you to automate processes. And last but not least, we have Power Virtual Agents. Power Virtual Agents, well, as its name mentions, it's an intelligent virtual agents. Okay, so what you can do with this set of application, well, you can automate processes, you can build solutions, you can analyze data, and you can create virtual agents. Okay, let's continue. So I'm going to start with Power Automate. Well, Power Automate is a powerful workflow automation tool. In fact, it is a low-code platform. Okay, and with this platform, you can automate any process or task in just a simple clicks, because this tool is connected with all the Microsoft Office applications too. For instance, Excel, Word, and so on. Okay. By doing this, you can automate all the manual tasks or the manual processes and all the boring stuff also. We are going to see, I am going to walk you through the platform, but first we're going to see how is it. It's kind of, well, it's a platform. It's a web-based platform. I consider that as a drag and drop system. I think it's really easy to use. I don't know if you can see my pointer.
Yep, we can see it. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a really easy to use platform. Okay, you need to drag and drop actions or steps in order to build a flow. Okay, later we are going to see how to develop or configure a float. But yes, the platform itself is really intuitive. Okay. So I'm going to mention all the use cases. Okay. For instance, you can send automatic reminders for past due tasks, but also you can create virtual reminders at work. For instance, I have been using this tool to create virtual reminders at my work. Also, you can transfer files from one place to another. Okay, for example, I want to transfer files from a shared folder to OneDrive to SharePoint. So yeah, it's really useful. And number 3, you can receive an alert or a notification. Okay. Number 4, you can start the approval process for a type of document. And with this case, well, I have been using Power Automate, especially for the approval process. You know? If you want to get an approval from your boss, if you want to get an approval from your colleague, that's also. Sorry. Last but not least, you can receive an email when a Power BI alert is triggered. Okay? For instance, you want to know if something is happening or if something is changing in your dashboard. Well, you can receive an email alert to know this. Okay? Okay. Another tool that is included in Power Platform is called Power Apps. Power Apps is a tool, it's a powerful tool, of course, that allows you to create custom apps. Okay? In fact, it's fundamentally a development platform for mobile and web apps. Power Apps is generally how can I say this? It's quite easy to learn. Okay? So it allows you to create custom apps, and apps can be accessed through your mobile device, or you can access through the browser. So here's one sneak peek of this app, of this tool. It's also a drag and drop system that use Power FX. I don't know if you have heard this open source language, okay, for local programming called Microsoft Power FX. Well, we are going to see one of the use cases that you can do with this tool. First of all, you can create an employee onboarding application, because it helps for human resources, new employees during the onboarding process. For instance, this app provides new employees with many resources such as links to policy guides, team member contact information. And for instance, in my here in my company, for example, this app can help new employees, to complete their internal profile. Also, okay, number 2, you can create a help desk tool that permits users to submit IT tickets from the app, because when you configure the app, it is really easy to use, and you can come up with a lot of solutions. Number 3, app that shares files to all of your departments in one upload. I have been using this also to, for example, upload invoices and send them to all the persons that are in charge of checking the invoices itself. Also, you can create your own project management system in one place. You can create an application and you can track your projects. You can see who is responsible of this task, for instance. And also, you can publish news and info to employees and customers. For what? Well, you can create this app, and then your employees and your customers can view announcements. You can send like communications, and you can post some learning or product catalogs also. So yes, it's really helpful, this. So also we are going to see what is Power Virtual Agents. Okay, well, Power Virtual Agents, well, is a powerful tool also to create powerful chatbots, and these bots can answer questions posed by your customers, your employees, your visitors. You can embed it to your website. You can also use this chatbot in Teams, in Microsoft Teams, the tool that we are using right now to have this conference. Well, you can add this bot there. It is also a, how can I say this? It's also a drag and drop system. You can create your flow, create your conversation itself, and then you can upload it to your Microsoft Teams chat. Yes, it's kind of useful too. I'm going to talk about also about Dataverse. Okay, well, Dataverse, it was called before Common Data Service, but I call that like a Power Platform Database. In fact, it is a really complex definition, but yes, I consider that like a Power Platform Database. It's a cloud-based, low-code platform. Okay, it also serves as a data service. Okay, according to the definition, it's a cloud-based storage space that organizations use to securely store business application data. Okay. It powers or it supports, okay, the entire Power Platform, the entire platform itself, with native connectivity built into Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, and Power Virtual Agents. So as I mentioned before, Power Platform has as its components Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, and Power Virtual Agents. No? So they can work with the Dataverse in order to store their data. No? However, we need an internet connection to access it. No? It is not designed for standalone use for servers. No? So yes. I don't have if you have any question here.
There are no questions in the chat right now.
Yeah, thank you. We are going to see also, okay, as I mentioned before, the tools. Well, you are going to see your company. For example, I'm going to give you some examples. We are going to see what tool can help us with that. For instance, we have this case, no? That your company can build simple mobile-friendly apps without any coding knowledge. So, in this case, for instance, you can use Power Apps because, as I mentioned before, Power Apps is a powerful tool that can help you to develop a business application, mobile applications, or like web-based applications. So yeah, you can use in this case Power Apps. And you can combine Power Apps, as I mentioned before. You can combine Power Apps with Power Automate, Power Virtual Agents, with Power BI. Power Apps is a tool that you can combine with a lot of tools. Also, there are also a lot of how can I say that? There are also a lot of connectors out there that can help you to build an application. You can connect, for instance, you can connect Power Apps with Dropbox, maybe, or you can connect with, I don't know, Salesforce, the Salesforce itself, and so on. And number two, you can create interactive dashboards and reports to track any number of activities within your business. So you in here, I've mentioned Power BI since it's a well-renowned tool. I think that everyone here knows and have heard about this tool. But yes, with Power BI you can create interactive dashboards and reports to track any number of activities within your business. No? And also you can connect Power BI with Power Apps and Power Automate. No? As I mentioned before, in Power BI you can configure a workflow, and this workflow can send you reminders when something is happening to your data. And in Power BI also you can, how can I say this? In Power BI you can call your one of your Power Apps, no, one of the apps that you have created. You can call it Power BI, and also you can use, as I mentioned before, in Power BI you can use Power Apps and Power Automate also, and in Power Automate you can use Power BI also, and in Power Apps you can use Power BI because everything is connected. Okay. And number three, you can save time and money by using this tool to streamline repetitive tasks. So yes, the tool that can help you with that is Power Automate. Okay, Power Automate, I forgot to mention, but Power Automate, it has two versions, to call that way. And the first version is Power Automate in the cloud. Okay, in the cloud, when you can configure your workflows using a web-based platform. Okay, but it also has this tool, this I consider that as a tool, a Power Automate robotic process automation module. Okay, in which you can create a robotic process automation workflows too. Okay, so Power Automate has two versions. The first one is the web-based, web-based platform, and it's a robotic process automation module. So you can save time and money, but using this tool to streamline repetitive tasks. So you can use a Power Automate, the web-based version, or the robotic process version. No? The robotic process version has many features. It's kind of it looks like this well-renowned tool that I have mentioned before, Automation Anywhere. That is also a drag and drop system, and you need to create actions in order to create your flow, to create your workflow, and it's really easy to use. Also, what else? Well, it has also this artificial intelligence feature, in which you can recognize some data in a PDF file, for instance, which is kind of difficult to do with the Power Automate web-based version. So we can say that Power Automate robotic process automation, well, it's kind of a more powerful tool. Okay, but they both it depends on what you want to automate. No? For basic tasks, you need to use for basic tasks such as, I don't know, transferring data from one file to another. Well, you can use Power Automate because it has a native connection with Excel. For what, I don't know, for more complex tasks, you can use the robotic process automation module, for instance, for data scraping, or to navigate through a website, to a complex website, or to recognize data from a PDF file. What else? Or for instance, tasks that involve a lot of applications, no? 2 or 3 or 4 applications, no? And also, I forgot to mention this, but also the robotic process automation module, it also has this feature that you can connect with one of the most famous ERP, Enterprise Resource Management, SAP. Okay, you can connect to SAP and you can automate some processes that by using a connector. So yes, if you have maybe a lot of enterprises, they have a lot of manual tasks that their employees do between SAP. Well, you can automate that by using the robotic process automation module in Power Automate. Okay, so also we have, for instance, number 4. If you want to set up a chatbot to communicate with customers or internally with employees, well, you can use Power Virtual Agents. No? As I mentioned before, Power Virtual Agents is a tool. It's a drag and drop system also, in which you can create a workflow. Well, you can create conversations. You can create how the bot is going to interact with a person. So if you want, you have like something regarding your, I don't know, some questions that all your customers always ask. Well, you can solve that with a chatbot. So, as I mentioned before, we have covered the four components of our platform. We have seen what is Power Apps, what is Power Automate, what is a Power Virtual Agents, what are the Power Virtual Agents, and since Power BI is really a well recognized tool, well, I just mentioned that it will help us by creating interactive dashboards. And right now I'm going to show you the platform, how you can access the platform itself. Okay, I'm going to tell me if you can see my screen.
Yep, we can still see it.
Yeah, thank you. So, how can I access a Power Automate? Well, I need to log in to my email. Okay. Okay. For instance, you need to open your email in the browser. Okay. And here you will see that we have like a square. I need to click on this, and we will see all the applications that we have. For instance, I have Power Automate, so I'm going to open that. Okay, so this with this tool, as I mentioned before, you can automate some workflows. We are going to see the workflows I have created. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I have made. For instance, I want to collect all the attendees, for example. Okay, and I'm going to create what I have created. Okay, a form. Okay, in order to insert, in order to know or to how can I say this? In order to collect all the data or the attendees. So I'm going to ask for instance, what is your name? So you are going to put your name, for instance, okay? And then you are going to pick a topic, Power Automate or Power Apps. For example, I'm going to introduce Laura Leon. Yeah, for instance. I'm going to pick a topic. I am interested in Power Automate, and I am going to submit my my answers. Okay, to open a new tab. Okay. Give me a minute, please. I'm going to open this in a new tab. It's okay. I'm going to complete my data. What is my name? Laura Leo. I'm I'm going to pick a topic. I'm going to pick Power Automate. Okay. I'm going to submit my information, and well, I'm going to close this. Okay. And I'm going to see all the answers. Well, I can see the answer here. I can download the Excel file, but I don't want that. I want to have this data in a SharePoint list. Okay. So I'm going to store the data into SharePoint list, and as I mentioned before, Laura Leon, she is here. How can we accomplish that? Well, by using a workflow, that connects these forms, these Microsoft forms, to a SharePoint list. Okay. So we are going to see how the workflow works. For instance, well, I have this action here. Okay, it's kind of, as I told you before, it's a drag and drop system, and you need to add new steps, and you need to search for connectors or actions. For example, I have searched this action that is called when a new response is submitted. Okay, so what you are going to indicate is the form ID. The form ID is Power Platform Essentials, and as you can see here, well, the form is called Power Platform Essentials. So I'm going to build that connection in that way. So my trigger is when a new response is submitted, I'm going to do something. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I am going to do something. So the trigger is when a new response is submitted. Okay, I indicate the form ID. I am going to do what? Well, I'm going to get the response details. So I need to indicate one more time the form ID. So I have to select the Power Platform Essential. Okay, the identifier. I'm going to collect all the list of responses. Okay, so I'm going to collect this question and this question. So what this action do? Well, this action will get the response details. So we are going to get a name and the topic of your the topic that is the topic that you have chosen. Okay, and then you are going to create an item in Power in a SharePoint list. You are going to you're going to indicate the site address. Okay, then you're going to indicate the list name. Okay, as I mentioned before, I have created a list. Okay, a list. This is my SharePoint site, and I can create a list by clicking here, and I create a list. So I have created a list, and this list, well, it stores the data I want. I want the name, and I want the topic. So this list is going to store all the data I want. And you also can create some columns, some calculated columns. For instance, you want to, I don't know, calculate how many letters the name has. So you can create that by adding a column. So, okay. So I have created a list, and this list, the list name is attendees. Okay, I'm going to pass my data. I'm going to pass the variables. So what I need to do is a title. Title is always the first column, but I have changed the name. So I have changed the name to name because I want to know the name of the person name. And topic is the second column. Okay, the topic of your interests. I'm going to pass the variable itself. As you can see, it's a drag and drop system, and you click on this space on this box, and you need to choose, for instance, your response, your response details. For example, I have chosen what is your name, but you can also choose whatever question you want to, whatever answer you are going you want to have in your list. So you can pick an option here, and also in topic you can pick an option. You can change, you can change the answer you want to get. So after that, you need to save your workflow. And what you can do is that you can, how can I say this? You can test your flow, your workflow. You have also this option flow checker, in which you can see what is wrong with your workflow, and that's it. And we are going to save this, and we are going to test one more time. So as you see, to see it work now, you need to perform the starting action. So I need to complete this form. Okay, so I'm going to complete one more time this form. But I am going to add another name. Okay, yes, give me a minute. Okay, I'm going to, okay, Carlos Sanchez, for instance. I'm going to pick a topic, power-ups. Okay, after that, we're going to see that my flow ran successfully. And I can see in my SharePoint list, okay, in my SharePoint list, that Carlos Sanchez is here in my list too. Okay, so you can try it. A lot of this, you can try all of these actions. There are a lot of actions here. You can connect, as I mentioned before, you can connect Power Automate with Microsoft Teams. You can create a chat. You can send a message with this tool. Also, you can connect to Excel Online. You can also insert rows in Dataverse, in the Microsoft Dataverse that I have mentioned before. It's kind of a premium feature, yeah, but you can do all of that by using Power Automate. You can send emails. you can send emails with this. For example, if I compare Power Automate, the web-based platform, with, I don't know, with another robotic process automation platform, Power Automate, well, due to its native connection, I find more easy to send an email notification by using Power Automate rather than another platform, no? Because in another platform you need to configure a lot of things to send a simple email. But with Power Automate, well, it's kind of really easy. You just need to insert the subject, the body, the person you are going to send email, and so on. So I find it quite easy to use. And also, well, this is like you have a lot of connectors here. You can use Excel, you can use Word also. It also, I mean, it's a low-code platform, yes, but it also has its complex features, such as data operation, so that you need to compose variables. If you want to filter an array, if you want to join data, if you want to select data, okay. It's not that, it's not that difficult. You can like search for some answers in the internet. You can post your answers in a forum, yeah, and you can solve all the complex things that you may be facing by doing this work, no? But yes, and it also has, as I mentioned, it also has an integration with Power Virtual Agents, with Power Apps, you know. You can also you also have the premium features now. It is going to cost kind of but it's going to cost if you want to use the premium features, okay. But it's going to help your business to improve their manual processes. What else? Well, you can also use the connector with OneDrive. OneDrive is that one thing that we use to store data, you know, such as files, you know, or images. So you can use that in here too. What else? Well, it is the platform. As we see previously, it's a low-code platform. It's really easy to use. It has a lot of features, and maybe we need like 2 or 3 more hours to discover them. But yes, I recommend you to try the tool if you have I don't know, you have an email, your work email, or if you have an educational license, you can use that, okay. Because it is as I mentioned, it is a easy to use platform, so you can use to automate your tasks, to automate your business processes. And even if you have another idea on in your daily life, well, you can also automate that, you know, by using this powerful platform. So yes. So we are going to return to the presentation. Can you tell me if you can see my screen?
Yep, we can see your slide again.
Yeah, thank you so much. Wait, I'm sorry if I. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so as I mentioned before, we have covered, we have C, Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power Virtual Agents. So you can build, to review what we have learned, you can build applications with Power Apps. You can build a workflow. You can automate your manual tasks or your manual processes with Power Automate. And you can create a chatbot to communicate with your customers or with your employees or with your mates, and by using or by creating a Power Virtual Agent. So yeah, okay. Give me a minute, please. Well, thank you so much for listening. You can follow me on LinkedIn. My name is Maritza, and if you have any questions or if you have any ideas in which you need to automate some manual processes, well, I am open to hear you, because we can automate. I can help you to automate manual tasks by using Power Platform, by using a robotic process automation platform, and even with a open source platform that are there. So yes, I'm happy to assist. If you have any questions, let me know.
Yeah!